It's एकदम quiet here.
Yeah, fine, great. So I think we are live, and can I start?
Yes, please.
Superb. Just allow me a moment. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Kalpana Chaudhary, founder of Social Tables, managing trustee and chairperson of Jan Seva Foundation, Being the Change, and Lagna.com. Lagna.com is a matrimony portal for differently able cancer and acid attack survivors. Along with it, co-chairperson of ASSOCHAM State Women Entrepreneur Development Council (GSDC), member at FICCI Flow, CIA, IWN Maharashtra Women Economic Forum, and a TEDx speaker. Before diving into the guest introduction, I would like to take a moment to introduce you with Social Tables. Social Tables is committed to sustainable development program with societal well-being and environmental consciousness. Every week, we bring out to you some of the brightest mind from diverse sector to discuss over a few significant ongoing issues. In this week's speaker series, we have a honorable guest, Mrs. Preeti Mishra ji. Mrs. Preeti Mishra ji has been instrumental in starting Spanish language in Delhi Public School, India. Worked as head of department DPS Dwarka, Delhi, and as an educator in Spanish language at the International School Tanzania in Tanzania. Passionate about yoga, spirituality, especially Kabir, and actively promote wearing sari and Indian handloom saris in India and abroad. A devotee India Bhakt. She is also a motivational speaker and has been actively involved in various community service as a member of diplomatic and consular corps in various countries like Tanzania, Canada, San Francisco, Peru, and Nepal. Have held post likes along with it. She is the president and founder of India Maldives Friendship Women Group in Male Maldives and former president of CSAT, Counselor Spouse Association in Toronto, in Canada. Actively involved with the Blind Association of Girls in Dwarka, Delhi, and Orphan Age Center. Speaks Spanish, Italian, Hindi, Bhojpuri, English, and English. Studied Spanish literature from San Francisco State University, USA, BA Honors from BHUE, BED. A very warm welcome to you on our today's speaker series, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
It's
Thank you
a
so much for having me.
it's our utmost pleasure to have you here with us today. So, in today's discussion, we are going to discuss about projecting Indianness with pride in today's world and learning more about our art and culture. Ma'am, tell us about yourself as you are from the Asian city of Banaras. From the Banaras impact, how have the Banaras impacted you?
Oh, I was born in Balia, but brought up in Banaras, and now I live in Delhi. But I try to go to Banaras as often as I can because the some city completely energizes me. And Banaras is one of the oldest city in the world, and it has many temples. And Banaras is Kashika, the shining one, Avimukta, the never to be forsaken, Rudravasa, the Shivanagari.
Hmm.
It's Anandvana, the forest of bliss.
Hmm.
And every Banarsi, they have a joy for living, and they never want to leave the city. It's a very blessed city. And they say in mythological stories, Shiva sits in isolation and meditating, completely detached from Prakriti, physical energy, and he nothing lures him. So Banaras gives you'll find Shiva in many manifestations, in many forms, in Banaras. Shiva is in the form of Kashi Vishwanath.
Yes,
He's
yes.
the Lord of the universe. He is Bhairavnath. He's the protector. He is Mukteshwar, Trilokeshwar, Kedarnath, and so on. So Banaras is a city that enriches you when you are there. And और कहते हैं ना कि एकम सत विप्रह बहुधा वदन्ति. Truth is only one, and we are all seeking in our different ways. You will find many temples. You'll find the oldest mosque in Banaras. You will find, the Sarnath where Buddha gave his first sermon, and which is very close to Banaras. And then Sikh, the Guru visited Banaras, So it's a very special city. And recently there has been a lot of development going on in Banaras, and because of the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan,
Yes.
we have Swachh Ghat, we have Swachh Ganga, and clean roads. A lot of work on infrastructure, airport, new airport, and because of Subhe Banaras and Dev Diwali, which happens around October,
Yes, yes.
uh, it has become one of the most important tourist destinations.
Mm. Yes, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Usually they say Devoki Bhumi is Himalaya and all, but I think Banaras also comes into Devoki Bhumi. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can, even the Ganges is also flowing from there itself. Well, ma'am, you have also lived in many countries and have been actively promoting Indian culture. Tell me about your experience.
Uh, I have staying abroad has always been a very, it's been a like just creating an awareness about Indian art and culture wherever we go. So, and it is done through interaction or through calling people over to our place or through display or, showcasing our Indian art and culture.
Hmm.
So, for example, like in Peru, we had there was a exhibition called Textiles de la India in collaboration with the Museo de la Nación of Lima in Peru,
Hmm.
and it was very well received. I remember, and then in Rome we had again. A, a show, a talk show kind of thing, where we said about the different weaves of India and the different drapes of the sari from various states of India. It was on display, and we had a talk going. So it was very enlightening, for the crowd there. Then in Nepal we used to have annual fair, mela kind of thing, where it was again where the king and queen used to be the chief guest, and where we had the handicrafts, we had the music, dance, art and culture show of India. Then even in we went to San Francisco. In San Francisco, we had a cuisine demo in collaboration with Indian restaurant from a very known Indian restaurant from downtown San Francisco, and then there was a talk about the spices and how it is used in the Indian cuisine, and there were a lot of new spices which the crowd didn't know, and also the cuisine. It's always like very nice for them to know about our cuisine because it's so rich.
Yes, yes.
Uh, then in Tan- yeah, then in Tanzania, we had a fair kind of thing where it was all handicraft, again the music, dance, art fair, and it was. I remember it was for 3 days, and it was like we had people coming all the 3 days, and it was so well received. Then in Toronto, I did a sari safari, which
Hmm.
was I did a talk on chicken curry saris, and uh, it was also again for the all the diplomat spouses and so it was very good. And then in Maldives, we had a festival called Shadi Rasmiyat.
Oh,
Rasmiyat is in Divehi, a Maldivian language. Rasmiyat means they take a lot of words from Sanskrit. So Rasmiyat, it sounds also, it's like a ritual. So we made it Shadi Rasmiyat. So it was a bridal show for the Maldivians and for India. So,
Wow.
and our chief guest was the First Lady of Maldives, Fazna Ahmad, the wife of the President of Maldives. And again, it was a very well received show, and they covered it on TV and all the channels. So this is how, like, we try to showcase, the our art culture, which is so rich.
That's incredible, ma'am. You have traveled like all over the world and you have ensured to spread the awareness to the maximum. And it's so important to talk about your culture and your tradition. And you have done that it so beautifully by just not, saying it. You have also created the events over there. You have got people together. And that's so incredible. Yes. And ma'am,
Yeah. And
India.
sometimes they don't have the resources, and because long time back they were like Peru had very small Indian community. So where do you get all your resources from? You have few ladies who have their saris, you have few textiles. So it's a lot of curating. The event was kind of a hard task, same time very interesting, and we would put our heart and mind to it and do it.
Heart, mind, and
Yeah,
soul, I could say. I mean, I can just put your
yeah,
head.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. India being so rich, tell me the role of the art, culture, and textile for projection of India.
Yeah. Um, when you talk about Indian art, it's a huge spectrum we are talking about,
Mm.
because uh, see, broadly you can classify the art in three layers. It's the classical, folk, tribal, and I'm not talking about contemporary art yet.
Yes.
So so it's and then again, we have so much variations in the in architecture, sculpture, painting, dance, all kind of artworks, handicrafts, textiles, everything. So but at the same time, what we project usually, and what is very important about art, is this, that it's eco-friendly.
Hmm.
A time when we used only colors which were made from leaves and flowers. It's a very eco-friendly art. Then it's a World Heritage art.
Hmm.
We have art form which is like 3,000 years and more years, probably, more years than that, which is as old as that. We are talking about art as old as that. It's a World Heritage art. India has about 38 World Heritage sites. So just imagine, like, our art is so rich and diverse. And at the same time, this art, it's old art, but then it's a living art,
Yes.
because people, it's a part of livelihood of the people. People have been earning through that, doing that art. So it has been like, you must have seen your childhood. I've seen, like, art is very much around us.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's very much around us. All the colors, all everything that we see, it's very much around us, and
Absolutely.
it's a living art. So
Absolutely.
that is very important. And the most important thing is that the spiritual and transcendental are the leitmotif of our art. That's very important, because our art has a purpose.
Hmm.
Everything is meaningful.
Absolutely, and I totally agree with you. It's so informative. The things what you're sharing it.
Yeah,
Imagine the natural colors you're talking about, flowers, the leaves, and all, which nobody would have thought even. And it is
yeah,
very
yeah,
rarely used, and you have implemented over there internationally. That's
yeah,
amazing. That's
yes.
amazing. Yes, yes,
So,
fantastic.
like, for example, like, if you see in an inscription at Ajanta caves
Uh,
reads
uh,
that, may this art form, may this art form inculcate well-being for the good people, as long as the sun dispels the darkness by its rays.
wow, wow.
So that was the purpose of our art. And that is the purpose of our art even today.
Totally.
And say, for example, even like if you see a, probably a statue of Nataraja,
Yes.
it's a simple statue, but it's not simple. It's like it's a cosmic dance done by Shiva, and
Yes.
everything has a meaning, purpose there.
Yes.
The
Yes.
drum, the drum signifies the creation, Srishti, and Samhara.
Mhm.
It's creation and dissolution.
Yes.
The snake around his neck signifies the victory over the malicious force. And he's wearing two kinds of earrings. If you see the statue,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
one is with Makar, which is a mythological creature from water, and the other are round earrings, which normally women wear. So
Yes.
again, it's a symbol of a cosmic balance, a cosmic balance of male and female energy.
True. True. True.
This is
So.
very important to attain a state of bliss. So everything signifies how do you attain a state of bliss. Even
Hmm.
the right hand is in Abhay Mudra, be fearless.
Hmm.
The left hand points downwards. That means that is where the sanctuary of the soul of the devotee is.
Wow.
And, and one leg, left leg is lifted up
Hmm.
in anugraha, in grace and
Hmm.
poise that is required in life to live. And
Wow.
the other right foot is crushing the apasmara, the demon, which
Hmm.
is again, it signifies you have to overcome your ignorance, your ego, your the darkness that you have around you. You have to overcome to attain the state of bliss. You know,
Hmm.
in Kanchipuram temple, there is a Apasmara statue, with the Nataraja statue, who Apasmara is with folded hands looking at the deity.
Hmm.
And as if looking at the deity, and he feels blessed with the strength and the glory that he's,
Hmm.
getting it from the deity, just looking at him,
The vibe.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and again, like for textiles, if we come to textiles, in textiles, in Rig Veda, Kashika was mentioned. In Rig Veda, this one, the Hiranya, the word Hiranya, which means gold cloth, it was mentioned.
Hmm.
Our textile industry is that old. In Jatak stories, uh, the Buddhist, in Buddhism we have Jatak stories.
Yes.
In
Yes.
Jatak stories, there Banaras was a booming industry. They
Hmm.
say the people were very prosperous. They were trading, different kinds of clothes. Clothes were going to Rome and everywhere. And then it was they had high-rise buildings. It was
Yes.
a flourishing country at that time during Jatak. Then in Pali literature, you will find Kashika, terms like Kashika, which is piece of cloth. Again, Kashi is Banaras, and Kashika and Kashi Kutumma. So
Hmm.
these are all different kinds of fabrics, textiles.
Hmm.
Then Patanjali, the yogi and the writer, he has described Kashika textile in his book.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so and we are talking about first century, second century, third century. So it's like it's that old. Then when you see Dhameka Stupa, which is in Sarnath, we have textile motifs on the stupa, which is uh, which is amazing, and it's carved in stone, of course. But then those motifs are taken from textile.
Oh, I'm amazed with the kind of knowledge you have.
Yeah, so it's
There is some kind of the whole art and culture. You know literally everything.
and it gives you a very good idea about how old when we talk about textiles and
Yes. Yes.
weaves,
Yes.
we are
Yes.
talking about a really ancient,
Yes.
what do you say, a culture, an
Yes.
art form.
Incredible, ma'am. Incredible. And also, ma'am, you seem to be involved in many social work in various areas. Tell us about that. How did you start this whole journey to get into this social sector?
Okay. Um, Normally, I don't like to talk about my social work because, well, you know,
I've
I'm
been
very
seeing
fond of Kabir, as you
Yes,
said in introduction. Kabir, my favorite Sufi
yes,
poet. Again, he's from Banaras,
yes,
and when you're a Banarsi, you hear him in everywhere. Throughout your childhood and adulthood, you hear about Kabir. So he is kind of engraved in me, that way. So Kabir says, जहाँ दया तहीं धर्म है, जहाँ क्रोध तहीं काल है, जहाँ 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 दया तहीं धर्म है, जहाँ लोभ तहीं पाप है, जहाँ क्रोध तहीं काल है, जहाँ क्षमा तहीं आप है.
wow.
So it's a very enlightening, quote, and I believe in it. And I've been involved with a blind girls hostel and a few orphanages in Delhi.
Mm.
And same time, like as with the spouses group, we have been in India and abroad too. We have been working for the women empowerment, for malnutrition, child issues, education, etc. Uh, from very long, and what I strongly feel about again is the handloom industry
Mhm.
and the textiles. And I believe all the others industries, they get support, but I think for the weavers, I think we need to provide them support
Yes.
for funds, for tools,
Mm.
and for there needs to be a proper research work also done to keep their to keep their heritage art, you know.
Yes, yes. So have you involved yourself into giving them skill training or something?
No, like I'm from Banaras, so I have been to all these places, and I've been to down south also, and I don't find the conditions very favorable. That needs to change.
Hmm.
And I have I'm doing my bit. Like I have a Facebook group called Saga of Saris in Our Life,
Hmm.
where I try to, the most important part aspect would be, I say that creating a market for them,
True, absolutely.
enough market. So, even abroad, I found that few of us wear saris because why? And
Hmm.
we all have saris, so because we have this choice of choosing,
Yes.
from we have a variety of things in our wardrobe, so but then we need to think about that. Unless we create a market,
Hmm.
unless we make so Saga of Saris in Our Life has an agenda that you wear your sari, wearing sari should be the agenda. And
And
wear
that's
it.
why Indian culture, we usually go. Yeah, I mean, I think I should have also worn the sari today, but
Yeah.
yes,
So wear it often and wear it in there are varieties of drapes. You
ye-
wear it anyway. You wear it on jeans. You wear it on with a tank top. You wear it in the traditional way. So wear whichever way you like, because you are promoting.
your Indian culture as well, right? Right.
They need to survive for. That's very important.
And that's how you give back to your society. You give back to,
Yeah.
our viewers, as you said it. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's very, very important to, empower them as well. और यहाँ पे थोड़ा कम काम हो रहा है, ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा है. I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
So,
and it's not going to the right people. Even if we are doing something, we have to make sure that it goes to the right, through the right channel, to the right people.
yes, yes. And how do you do that? I mean, when you're talking about through the right channel and right people.
I work under restrictions because
Facebook.
of, I work under restrictions because I'm not into any business or anything, but it's just like through agenda, I promote that wear sari and things like that. But people who are probably have their business and all, I think they should buy more from directly from the weavers.
Yes, yes.
That's very important, instead of having three middlemen and, and
Very.
yeah, because I went in Chennai, I went somewhere and I asked the price of the sari. It was a Kandivaram sari, and the price was, what the weaver was getting very low, and Kandivaram saris are very expensive. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So he deserves that price. So at the end of the day, we need to give him. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I myself is from South, from Bangalore, and
Yes.
people
How nice.
get there. It's
Yeah.
spending, around 50,000, 75,000, a lakh, and goes on till 25 lakhs. And
Yes. Yeah.
they don't even get that kind of money what they need to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I think, I mean, this it's high time we also create some kind of digital transformation for them by creating an application or something where, you have a direct market. So
Yeah. Yeah.
something, a very nice and very innovative idea you have spoken about.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there must be someone who is listening and would come up with something.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Why not? Yes. And ma'am, you have an impressive degree in Spanish literature from San Francisco State University, USA. Tell me what inspired you to pursue Spanish?
Uh, in Spanish, there's a saying. It goes like this: El arte de vivir consiste en sacrificar una pasión baja para otra más elevada. So it means the art of living is sacrificing your smaller goals for the higher ones.
Huh.
Uh, I was very, very fortunate to be in Peru and interact with the Spanish speaking community and see experience the Inca civilization from so close. And then the art, literature, music, dance. Uh, it's very inspiring. It inspired me, and I had the fondness for the language. Also, reading Gabriel Garcia, my favorite authors and poets like Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Cien Años de Soledad, and Cervantes, Don Quixote, and Garcia Lorca, Octavio Paz, Pablo Neruda, and all these are world-renowned poets and writers. And it was very enriching experience for me to do that. And uh, even the poetry, like as you know, the dance music is very rich. Their poetry is very gripping, and it's a delight to read their poetry. I would like to read one poetry by Pablo Neruda. Maybe you have heard about. It's a very famous poem of his, and it's by Pablo Neruda. And the title is in English, "Walking Around." And what the poem says is that I'm tired of being a man. I'm tired of being a man. I'm tired of being a root that grows inside the soil in the darkness and taking all the nutrients and thinking all the time and eating every day. I'm tired of all that. It's a very touching poem, and I'll just read it. Okay. Sucede que me canso de ser hombre. No quiero seguir siendo raíz en las tinieblas, vigilante, extendido, gritando de sueño. Hacia abajo, en las tapias mojadas de la tierra, absorbiendo y pensando, comiendo cada día. So this was the poem, and it was a pleasure to read. And it's always and there are about 572 million people who speak Spanish, and so it's a language which is very beautiful and very phonetic too. So
I'm sure. And it's so important to also learn different languages. I mean, you should also have this passion of
Yeah.
learning, yes. And that also teaches so much.
Yeah, because it's like it opens another window for you to see that the world from a different perspective.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And ma'am, how do you see the role of a women in modern India compared to the other countries? You have traveled over the world.
I think Indian women are very strong,
Yes,
no doubt.
no doubt.
And yeah, Indian women are very strong. And uh, what is amazing is they have very strong ties with their roots.
Mm,
And with all this globalization, I think women are assuming new roles
yes,
and adding new dimension to it,
yes,
and same time emerging out as winners.
yes.
They're doing very well.
Mm,
Um, Again, I would like to quote Kabir. He says, "Sona sajjan sadhujan, sona sajjan sadhujan,
uh,
टूटे जुड़े सौ बार, दुर्जन कुंभ कुम्हार के एके धक्का लगे दरार."
क्या मतलब हुआ इसका?
यही हुआ कि when gold is melted, when the gold is melted, it becomes more precious.
Yes,
It turns into something new. It becomes more precious.
yeah,
Unlike a clay pot, which
yeah,
is fragile and it breaks.
yeah.
So I think women must use every challenge that comes their way
Mm,
in in emerging out as winners,
mm,
and and creating and also at the same time creating a support system which we require,
mm.
uh, so
Yeah,
that would be the ideal. Yeah.
and I also believe when women empower other women, miracles happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but
Yes.
see very less, women supporting another women. So which that should be, it should be that way. Anyways,
Yes, it should be the agenda to support, to create a proper support system for everyone.
have that kind of a ecosystem from
Yeah, and it helps everyone. It helps everyone when
yes,
you have
it
that.
helps,
Yeah, yeah.
even in the nation building as well.
Yeah, and probably a woman understands another woman much better.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I totally agree with you, ma'am. And I
Yeah.
also believe you write a lot of poems and have interest in poem. Who is your favorite poet? And also some of your poetry which you have written, if you could recite that, it would be a very interesting thing. Yeah.
Okay, let me see how much I remember. I think in Hindi, I like Ramdhari Singh Dinkar ji and
Oh,
Mahadevi Verma.
okay.
तो रामधारी सिंह दिनकर और महादेवी वर्मा जी ने बहुत कुछ लिखा है,
हाँ,
और इतना अच्छा लिखा है कि जितना कहें उतना कम है। तो
अच्छा।
रामधारी सिंह दिनकर जी की एक कविता है वीर, जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है, कि उसमें ये है कि है कौन विघ्न ऐसा जग में,
हम्म,
है कौन विघ्न ऐसा जग में, टिक सके जो वीर नर के मग में, खम ठोक ठेलता है जब नर, खम ठोक ठेलता है जब नर, पर्वत के जाते पांव उखड़, मानव जब जोर लगाता है, पत्थर पानी बन जाता है।
wow.
Very inspiring. So it motivates me.
But
And
there are a lot of
and
audience.
yeah, yes.
ऑडियंस इफ यू कुड जस्ट इलैबोरेट इन अ नॉर्मल हिंदी बिकॉज मैंने समझ ले लेकिन अपने ऑडियंस भी समझ जाए थोड़ा बहुत.
हाँ, मतलब ये विघ्न कैसा, मतलब व्हाट इज द, कि ये any problem is, you have to deal with courage.
Hmm.
And veer, what is the meaning of a veer person, a brave person? So
Hmm.
it requires courage to be,
Be courageous and face your
yeah, yeah, yeah. So then everything becomes easy,
true, 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 true.
Pahad, mountain can also be turned into,
Absolutely. और
और
मैम
एक महादेवी वर्मा जी की कविता है जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है. वो है कि मैं नीर भरी दुख की बदली, मेरा पग पग संगीत मेरा पग पग संगीत भरा, श्वासों में स्वप्न पराग झरा, नभ के नौ रंग बुनते दुकूल, नव के नौ रंग बुनते दुकूल, छाया में मयन बयार पली, विस्तृत नभ का कोई कोना, मेरा न कभी अपना होना, परिचय इतना इतिहास यही, उमड़ी कल थी मिट आज चली.
Wow.
So it's again she talks about clouds and how she feels that, you know.
Wow. And any poetry you have written? If you
Yeah, I would like to. Yes, why not?
Yes.
Okay, and then maybe two poems more I'll recite. One is Maya Angelou. She used to write in English, and I had a chance to meet her in San Francisco, and she's very inspiring poet. She's a very inspiring lady too when you talk to her, and so she has written "Still I Rise."
Okay.
So the poem is small, but I mean, the poem is big. I'm just reading three, four lines. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. And there's one Italian poem which is called Soldati. It's written by Giuseppe Ungaretti. And Giuseppe Ungaretti was a very known poet, and he was also a soldier. And he wrote this poem in the battlefield, which is a very short, in Italian you would say piccolo, poem. But it's like I have a lot of respect for my soldiers, and it speaks volumes about that. And it says, si sta come del autunno, si sta come di autunno sugli alberi le foglie. It means we are like the leaves of the tree during autumn. It's a very touching poem.
Wow. And
So you want my poem?
yes.
Okay. During the Corona times, I wrote my poem, and I think all of us, we were feeling we were inside the house, and we felt that we were not moving out. We were keeping social distance and things like that. And I felt this. So it's just when you hear it, the poem is Hamare Mukhote. Mukhote is the mask.
Yes, yes.
Hamare Mukhote. ये ऊंची इमारतें, ये भागते हाफते थके हारे परेशानियों से दबे हुए लोग, सजोए हुए हैं अलसाए सपने. I call अलसाए सपने because सपने सच नहीं हुए अभी. तो सजोए हुए हैं अलसाए सपने, ओढ़े हुए अपने अपने मुखौटे, but they're pretending to be something else.
Yes.
हवा में डोलते ये पेड़ पत्तियों की ये सरसराहट, झूमती हुई टहनियां, कौन जी रहा है, ये लोग या ये पेड़ पत्तियां?
Imagine. Wow.
So who is living? I thought about it. Who is living? The plants are very happy. Delhi has become so green. The cloud is all blue, and everything looks so.
You can see the peacocks around. You can see the variety of,
But sometimes it's good to stay inside, and let the plants breathe and be,
That's why the planet have told it very loud and clear. हमें इंसानों की जरूरत नहीं है. We can take care of ourselves. So do not interfere. Yeah. Ma'am, do you also plan to publish your own book of poetry? You write so beautifully.
I've written in other languages also, but I haven't done so yet. So why not?
Yes, why not? Yes, you should plan, and
Thank you so much.
Let me know once you publish it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, also as a diplomat spouse, you are always on the move, which could be
Yeah.
quite challenging and unsettling. What
Yeah.
keeps you stay very positive, motivated, going? You might have felt dealt with a lot of challenges as well. So how do you pick up yourself again and move on and begin again?
Yeah. There's a local saying in Banaras.
Hmm.
It goes like this: that man changa to
So,
Katwati mein Ganga.
okay.
I think you've heard it. Man changa to Katwati mein Ganga. So
Hmm.
if you're positive, any bowl of water close to you is Ganga for you.
Wow.
So, I feel privileged to be part of this service where you get to represent India abroad,
Hmm.
because it is very enriching experience, and you're representing your country, so it's a matter of pride.
Right.
And also being in another country, the idea is to learn the language, to know about the country's history, art, and I always feel I come out more, enriched.
Yes, 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 absolutely.
There are challenges like moving every 3 years from one country to another with family, with children.
Yes.
But our home is like a mini India wherever we go.
Oh,
And yeah, so we, we keep that intact, that part. And the other thing is that uh, like I'm also busy doing things, a lot
hmm.
of social work, and wherever you're posted, you get to. It's not that you are going to a new country, but then you have established family kind of thing over there, where
Hmm.
you just mingle in, and you start straight away. You start very first month. We start our all the charity works. We start socializing. We meet. I think first month we meet almost everyone who. So
Wow.
we start that fast. So 3 years is a it's a big time for us,
Yes.
and it kind of prepares us also that we are here for 3 years. We need to take the maximum, whatever I can do, I try to do that in my. And what keeps me going, well, all these things plus I take two things with me: yoga and meditation.
Okay.
And it's it helps me a lot,
I'm sure.
yoga. Yeah.
So you must be also in touch with so many people, the families out there, and the way you said
Yeah.
in a month itself, you are meeting so many families, friends, and
Yes.
a lot of exchange of ideas and yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. Wow. And you also learn so much. And
Yes. We learn so much, and then if you speak many languages, you know many culture, art. It opens it's the vista is broadened for you. So yeah, so there's a perspective there that how you are, taking it. And
and I really liked it the way you said, wherever we go, हमारा घर एक mini India hai. That's so amazing.
yeah, yes,
Shows how
true,
roots
that's true.
are.
And I think my children would understand. They know that. For
Hmm.
them, like, it's always they know that okay, our house has to be like we are little just for 3 days, 4 days until the baggage comes. We are little unsettled. Once everything settles down, they have their stuffs and things like that. So we are all on our own. We have our pet books. We have our you know it's there. So
That's amazing, ma'am. All right. So now moving quickly to the quick rapid fire. Who inspires you the most?
I think my husband.
Oh my God, he said the same. You inspire him, and he said it so beautifully.
I think my husband inspires me, and because he's a very good support, and he continues to inspire me
How
always.
sweet. I touched. I love this couple.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
what is the greatest risk you have ever taken?
Uh, I think when Akhilesh was posted in Kabul,
Hmm.
and he had replaced. There were two. We had the Indian embassy was bombed during that time, just before he left,
Hmm.
and we had lost two officers, and he replaced one of the officers. So it was a very trying time, difficult time for us, and it was a non-family station. So I was with the children,
Hmm.
and I had to be very courageous, and I had to be the same for my children, because there was a lot of information there on the media. You could not hide anything, and things were happening there, and so the children, I think that was the most difficult time we had.
That's what a soldier does. I mean, stay back and be very courageous and face. And
Exactly. And I visited him in Kabul for 15 days. That's you're allowed to visit there only for 15 days. So I visited there, and I think I was very peaceful during that time when I was with him. So when you're away, then you feel more.
yes, yes, absolutely, ma'am. At the end of the day, you do feel that, and आपको डर तो रहता ही है, irrespective whatever it is. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And what is the most memorable moment of your life?
Uh, Definitely two times when I met Modi ji in Maldives and in Toronto.
Oh,
We received him, and then it was because I admire him a lot.
me too.
Yeah, and
Uh,
on I think family front, having my two kids would be most memorable. Yeah,
Absolutely. And if you could change something about yourself, what would it be?
something about my life, or yeah,
Anything.
something about.
Could be anything. If you would want to change something about yourself or your life.
I think nothing, nothing. Every pitfall, I have learned from every pitfall,
Hmm.
and every thing has, I think it has taught me. It has made me stronger. It has made me who I am. So
Hmm.
I think
So,
nothing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And you have traveled all over the world. Which is your favorite place? Any place where you love being the most? Or
I think my home, my home, because especially when four of us are together, so
yes,
home is the place, and wherever it is,
true, true.
wherever we are, so home is always the best place.
Yes, yes,
Every destination comes next after that.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And your favorite hobby?
Well, I have too many, and it keeps changing also.
Yes.
But what there are two things which are very constant. One is yoga and reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. And the very last question, if you were to be the prime minister for a day, what is the first thing you would do?
Oh, okay. I think we have the best prime minister, Modi ji. He's the he's the best. And personally, I would like to support the textile weavers. You
Yeah.
know, I think they need a lot of support in terms of funds,
Mm.
in terms of the tools they require, plus, and we should not forget that about 80 to 85% of these weavers are women.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's very important I would like to support
Power of
that.
women. Yes, yes, ma'am, absolutely. And before we conclude, a word of message or an advice for our audience?
Oh, I think be courageous, be brave, uh,
Yes,
enjoy your life, and give back. Giving back is very important.
true, 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 true.
Uh,
And any message for our platform, Social Tables, my organization?
you are doing wonderful work,
Thank you, ma'am.
and I saw some of the clips and videos. I think you are doing wonderful work. Keep doing,
Thank
and
you.
the best wishes for all your endeavors.
Thank you so much for your blessings. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much. And let me take an opportunity to give you a vote of thanks. It's a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to Mrs. Mishra ji, who despite her busy schedule has found time to grace this special interaction. We are extremely grateful to you for sharing your words of encouragement and giving us valuable inputs. Your eminent presence has indeed made this interaction a memorable one, and we unite to thank you from the bottom of our heart for your kindness, interest, and support. We wish you all the very best for your future
Thank
endeavors.
you so much. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here and I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you.
I totally enjoyed it, and my regards to sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Namaste.